Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I wasn't planning on doing a video today. I actually posted a video earlier and I wasn't planning on doing a double upload today, but we need to talk about EA killing The Sims. They're killing the entire Sims franchise, and people might not even be interested in it when they're done with whatever it is that they're doing to The Sims. They're kind of assassins at this point, to be honest, because they're making some decisions and they're doing some things that is so questionable. I need to know who's thinking of this and just ask them, like, why? Why are you doing this? But I even have notes here with some points on things I want to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is the bugs and glitches. Every game has bugs and glitches. That is expected. It's no game is going to be perfect in that aspect. And that's okay. A game can have bugs as long as they're not game breaking bugs or bugs that make the game unplayable for most people or a lot of people. But bugs in a game are expected. Here's the thing with The Sims 4. It has game breaking bugs that have been there since a couple of years ago, and they can't fix these bugs up to a day like today, and they keep adding content that has a lot of bugs, and some of these bugs just stay with the game and they never get fixed. So you're adding bugs that come with new content onto old content that already had multiple bugs that you didn't fix. So the game is just getting buggier and buggier, and EA is not making an effort to fix the game. EA needs to sit down, take a couple of months off from releasing DLC, and fix the game. It needs to be fixed so it is playable for a lot of people, because a lot of people can't play The Sims 4 because it has so many bugs and glitches, and EA needs to fix it, honestly. The second thing I wanted to point out is the lacking base game. So, base game in when The Sims 4 just released was already bad as it is, missing missing an entire life stage, like toddlers, missing pools and whatever. And yes, they added these things, but what else did they add to the base game to actually make it playable? Honestly, if we're being honest, modders fixed a lot of the issues with the game. And if you're playing in an unmodded game, you need imagination to be able to play. And if for some of us who don't have that imagination, like me, I need a little bit of a push to actually play the game, it's just boring. Let's be real. When was the last time you went back and played The Sims 4? Just the Sims 4 base game with like no mods. How long did you last playing the game? If it took you an hour, then that's fine. Create a Sim is fun. I'll give them that. Create a Sim and building a house in The Sims 4 is pretty fun. But when it comes to gameplay, it is lacking. And that should never be the case for a live simulation, where graphics and creating the sim and the house they live in does matter. The heart of a simulation game should come from its gameplay. That is what's going to keep people, even if the graphics aren't necessarily the best or for you, but you would still keep playing if the game is engaging and it can keep your attention and you're having fun with it. You will keep playing. And it's sad to see that The Sims 4, it's just lacking, and then they keep adding DLC to a game that is already lacking, and then the DLC just points out some of the areas in which The Sims 4 is lacking, which is very, very sad. Especially me being a lover. I've been playing since The Sims 2. I didn't play The Sims 1, but I've been playing since The Sims 2. And The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 had so much great content. Both of them were such good games. And The Sims 4 it just felt so lackluster. Like it was really missing whatever made The Sims 2 and 3 games, like good games. It was missing in The Sims 4. It felt like with The Sims 4, they took out the soul of the Sims franchise. And I don't know where they put it. They clearly didn't put it in The Sims 4. I don't know. And then the EA keeps doing things that are just very questionable. It seems at this point like they're just straight trying to assassinate the Sims 4 game, the Sims franchise in general, if we're being honest, because I really don't understand. The base game is lacking in so many ways. It still needs to be fixed, and they just refuse to do anything about it or say that they're planning on fixing it. They're not acknowledging it. A lot of players have been very vocal about how the Sims 4 base game is lacking, and they keep saying it over and over again. And it's like EA completely ignores them. It's like, pretend I do not see it. Why? Why? I don't understand. Okay, and the last thing I want to bring up in this video is the DLC. The full of stuff yet lacking in gameplay, overpriced DLC that comes with The Sims 4. I have all DLC except Journey to Batu. We're not bringing this up on this channel. We're not talking about that. Pretend it doesn't exist. But all of the other DLC, apart from seasons, they're lacking. Let's be honest. You play with them for a while and you get it. It's new, it's shiny. You play with it for like 2-3 hours, and then by the time that's over, when do you touch it again? Like, let's be real. When was the last time you played with clubs? Or, okay, to be fair, Get Together was a good pack. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of the DLC in The Sims 4, especially the expansion packs, they don't seem to expand the game for me. They just seem to kind of exist, which is sad because an expansion pack should be expanding the gameplay and making the world of The Sims feel bigger and more immersive. But it just doesn't in The Sims 4. It's like a lot of their packs fall flat, and then it's new, it's shiny, you love it, you like it, and you play with it for a couple of hours, and then you don't really go back to it, which is kind of sad because you invest so much money. The Sims 4 right now is a game that's probably, if you have all the DLC and expansion packs, it's probably like a $700+ game, and you're not getting your money's worth in reality. I'm just being honest and I'm saying what it is. You're not getting $700 worth of content for The Sims 4 if you have all the DLC. You just have a lot of worlds that feel like empty shells. Everything, there's nothing happening around you if you don't make it happen in the game. You have to drive every aspect of gameplay. There's consequences that are lacking. Like, there was a burglar. When you're playing The Sims 2 and you heard that burglar noise that you were scared. Let's just be honest, you were scared for your Sims. But everything in The Sims 4 just feels so lackluster. It falls flat. And I don't know. It's just very sad to see a franchise that I love, that my childhood, that I grew up with, just kind of really fall flat like this. It kind of really makes me feel sad. But I don't know, there's this new DLC coming out, so I'm probably going to get it because I'm a completionist like that. And I don't know what to do or say anymore. It feels like a lot of Sims players are just like screaming against the wall. EA just like doesn't listen to anything. It's like you have to kind of create a mob mentality for EA to actually do something. And then they come out with like half-assed apologies and everything, and it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of really tired of The Sims 4, and I haven't opened up my Sims 4 game in a while after Snowy Escape, which They tried to do something with Snowy Escape. The sentiments that came with the base game update for Snowy Escape were kind of really good, but they didn't really expand on it. Again, everything they do in The Sims 4 just falls flat. Like, they try something, but they don't put enough effort into it. It seems like when you have so many things to do and you're multitasking and you don't do any one thing properly, that's how it feels in The Sims 4. And I don't know. I'm just here sighing. I'm like frustrated and kind of sad. Oh, the palette they did, let's not even talk. Like, I've seen some palettes that custom content creators did and just people who follow The Sims just did, and it seemed more like a Sims palette than whatever they put out with Mac. What was that? Please don't send hate to any of the people who received the palette. They didn't know and they didn't do it. It's EA. You need to voice your opinions too, and please do it in a respectful manner. Let me just put that out there. But yeah, the palette they did didn't seem, they just slapped on a blue packaging and the Sims 4 logo, and they were like, here, have a reused palette. And then I heard that that same palette sold out. And I'm like, who buys this? Like, who in their right mind spent money on this? Why would you do that? But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to my video and my channel. And I hope you enjoyed it. And let's have a discussion in the comments down below. Tell me your thoughts and your opinions and what you think.